Think you can handle real fear? These places have been testing courage for decades, and today, we are going to find out which one is the absolute scariest. I've looked at hundreds of haunted locations, from old abandoned prisons to houses built by literal madmen, and I've narrowed it down to the top 10 most terrifying experiences in the entire United States. Look, these aren't just spooky stories, these are real places you can actually visit, places that make a living off of your screams. So, I have to ask you, which of these spine chillers would you dare visit this Halloween? Seriously, look at this footage. We're about to dive into some of the most intense locations on the planet. For each one, we're going on a deep dive. This is a countdown of the top 10, spooky history, exactly what you can do there, how many thousands of people show up every year just to get scared, and we'll even break down the science of why we love the feeling of being terrified. This is going to be insane. We're starting with a massive, haunted ship that's bigger than the Titanic and ending with a town famous for executing witches. If you're scared of ghosts, tight spaces, or actors jumping out at you in the dark, you might want to watch with the lights on. Let's get into it. Alright, kicking off our list at number 10, the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. Imagine a gigantic 1,000-foot ocean liner from the 1930s, bigger and more luxurious than the Titanic. It sailed the seas for decades, carrying Hollywood stars, carrying thousands of soldiers during World War II. Now permanently docked, it carries legends. The ship became a tourist attraction in the 1960s, and almost immediately people started reporting things they couldn't explain. Ghostly figures in vintage clothing walking the decks, children laughing or crying in the old nursery, the spirit of a sailor crushed in the engine room. The ship's history is so dense, it's like every metal plate and wooden deck has absorbed decades of intense emotions. Nightly ghost tours to the most active spots. Boiler room. First-class pool with ghostly wet footprints. Cabin B340. So haunted it was taken off the rental list. They go all out for Halloween. Mazes, hundreds of scare actors, escape room-style investigations, over 100,000 people a season. Are you brave enough to spend the night? Coming in at number 9, we're heading to Philadelphia to a place designed to inspire regret and terror, Eastern State Penitentiary. When it opened in 1829, it was the most expensive and famous prison in the world. Its design was revolutionary. The Pennsylvania system, total isolation. They ate alone. They exercised alone in tiny yards. Guards muffled their footsteps with cloth. The psychological toll was immense. Many prisoners were driven insane. The place looked post-apocalyptic after abandonment in 1971. Disembodied whispers, shadows darting down corridors, cell doors clanging with no one there. Today, museum by day, and a house of horrors by night. Terror, behind the walls, draws over 100,000 people. Running since the early 1990s. Multiple attractions snake through decaying cell blocks. They use isolation to terrify you, sometimes even separating you from your group. Environmental storytelling. Damp stone corridors, cramped cells, echoing silence. Authenticity beats any movie set, and people line up for hours to feel it. For our number 8 spot, we're leaving behind real history and diving headfirst into pure, unfiltered cinematic terror. Welcome to Netherworld Haunted House in Atlanta, Georgia, consistently ranked among the best. Launched in the late 1990s by film pros. Insane detail in sets, costumes, and monsters. Giant animatronic creatures, interactive actors, perfectly timed scares from above, below, and right in front of you. New themes every year. Ancient cosmic horrors, mutated wastelands, crashed alien ships, moving floors, sudden blasts, strobing chaos, total sensory overload. The show starts outside. Sliders streak across pavement, throwing sparks at your feet. 80 to over 100,000 people a season. A Maxenser masterclass in pacing, misdirection, and payoffs. It proves you don't need a real ghost story to create real fear, just brilliant artists delivering the scare of your life. Chapter 4. Moving down to number 7, we're heading deep into Louisiana, to Baton Rouge, for a haunt that captures Southern Gothic atmosphere, the 13th Gate, over 40,000 square feet, indoor and out. Crawl through crematory ovens, get lost in underground tunnels, stand over a swamp filled with live snakes. 13 themed areas flow together with cinematic pacing. They don't build rooms, they build worlds. A plane crash, a pirate ship, miles of caverns, Performers hang from ceilings, emerge from water, and melt into the scenery. Twisted bayou monsters, voodoo rites, decaying plantation remnants, primal fear triggers everywhere. Beyond the haunt, carnival, top-tier escape rooms, VIP to skip hours-long lines, like 60 to 80,000 visitors yearly. It's both adrenaline rush and art, a dark, twisted adventure you won't forget. Chapter 5. At number 6, we have a place terrifying for a different reason. It's not about jump scares or monsters, it's about psychological dread. Legend says a psychic told Sarah Winchester to build endlessly to evade vengeful spirits. For 38 years, construction never stopped. Staircases into ceilings, doors to nowhere, even doors to a 3-story drop, windows in the floor. The number 13 repeats. Bathrooms, windows, steps, a labyrinth of obsession. You tour because you get lost. The house warps your sense of space and sanity. At night, every shadow is a figure, every creak a footstep. Over 200,000 visitors a year, a monument to psychological torment, a real human horror scarier than fiction. Could you spend a night alone in a house designed to trap ghosts? Chapter 6. Okay, now we need to talk about number 5. This is not a haunted house, this is McCamey Manor, the most extreme and controversial horror experience on the planet. It's so intense that no one has ever successfully completed the full tour. It's consent-based, can last hours, and requires vetting. Doctor's note, background check, physical, a 40-page waiver, even a safe word. This isn't jump scares, it's full-contact horror and extreme roleplay customized to your worst fears. Massive controversy and petitions to shut it down. The creator insists it's smoke and mirrors involuntary. Exclusive, invite-based, thousands apply, few enter, no fee, bring dog food. For some it's an ultimate limits test, for others, extreme exposure therapy. Where is the line? This is not a recommendation. Most people should absolutely stay away. It's the extreme end of the spectrum. At number 4, we return to a place where the horror is tragically real, Penhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania. Opened in 1908 for the feeble-minded and epileptic. Overcrowding, understaffing, no funding, decades of suffering. Suffer the Little Children sparked outrage and a landmark disability rights case, Halderman versus Penhurst. Closed in 1987, left to decay, a haunting monument to pain. Disembodied screams, shadow figures, oppressive despair saturate the grounds. Turning part of the campus into a haunt ignited protests. Owners cite awareness and preservation funding. You walk real wards, the Mayflower among them, with actors and effects. But the real terror is knowing what happened here. Historical tours and investigations reveal the campus tunnels and human stories. Is it okay to turn real horror into entertainment? Regardless, the fear here is profound and deeply disturbing. For our number 3 spot, Ulster Park, New York, headless horsemen hayrides and haunted houses, the legendary mile-long hayride with massive effects and an army of scare actors, the iconic climax done to perfection, then a gauntlet of top-tier haunted houses, motel, circus, vampire lair, greenhouse. Themes evolve every season. It's an immersive night out. Games, food, roaming creeps, not just scares, a celebration. Family-friendly options by day, intensity by night. Over 100,000 visit each season. Massive logistics, hundreds of actors, effects synced across a 65-acre property. They deliver classic horror at epic scale, the ultimate all-in-one Halloween experience. A must-do pilgrimage for anyone who truly loves Halloween. At number 2, another former institution on an almost incomprehensible scale, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, built 1858-1881 on the Kirkbride Plan. Architecture as treatment, sunlight and air, designed for 250, by the 1950s over 2,400, neglect, abuse, outdated treatments. Closed in 1994, a gigantic shell haunting the hills. Countless reports, full-bodied apparitions, voices, objects moving, unseen touches. The oppressive scale swallows you. Corridors seem endless. Tours range from historic to overnight hunts with equipment and time in the most active areas. Guides share real records, tragedies made personal and chilling. Tens of thousands come for authentic historical dread. The building itself is the monster. And now, the number 1 scariest haunt experience in the United States. It's not a single house or asylum, it's an entire city. Salem, Massachusetts. Mass hysteria in 1692 led to over 200 accusations, 19 hanged, 1 pressed to death, others dying in prison. You can stand in the witch house, walk among the graves of figures from the trials. In October, the city becomes the epicenter of Halloween. Hundreds of thousands attend haunted happenings. A living festival layered over solemn history. Walking tours and museums confront the real horror, mob mentality, false accusations, a community turning on itself. That tension between remembrance and celebration makes Salem uniquely unsettling. Its history, folklore, and modern horror culture fused into an immersive environment. Salem isn't just haunted, Salem is the haunting. And there you have it. The 10 scariest, most intense, and most unforgettable haunts in the entire country. From the floating ghost prison of the Queen Mary to the historical horror of Salem, these places are masters of fear, using history, psychological tricks, Hollywood effects, even extreme endurance. So now I have to ask you again, which one would you dare visit? Are you brave enough for McCamey Manor, or is Eastern State more your style? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this scare-fueled countdown, like the video, subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and try to sleep with the lights off tonight.